Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am so glad that you people are liking my videos. And there were a number of comments in that case study rounds comment section that you wanted to know about my interview experience as well. That's what I will be talking about. I interviewed for the position of operations and HR at Disha, and I did not qualify it. I did make a lot of mistakes as it was my first offline interview. So yeah, I did learn a lot from it, and I'll share those learnings so that you don't repeat the same mistakes and increase the chances of clearing your interview. So here we go. Now, soon after the case study round, we went back. Then around 9 to 10 p.m., we received a mail that these two people have qualified from our college. As I told you that there were people from around three colleges if you have been following my videos. And from our college, there were around 200 students, but only two students made till the interview round. So the process is quite tiring. And we got the mail at 9 p.m. We had to report tomorrow at 9 a.m. Actually, I was living in Delhi, so traveling from Delhi to Gurgaon, it was quite hectic for me. So yeah, next day I had to report at 9 a.m. I believe, but got stuck in bad traffic and I reached around 10:30. Then I requested them and they rescheduled my interview. Number one learning: always be on time, be before time, but never be late. Because I saw the list, my interview was scheduled to be was supposed to be the first or the second interview, right? They might have liked my performance in the previous rounds, but that was the biggest turn off, that the person hasn't appeared on time. And then I requested them and then they rescheduled it, and it was the last interview of the day. So I had to wait for everybody to give their interviews, and only then I got a chance. So first point, please be on time, carry everything that you need. Also, there was not proper provision of eating something, and if you wanted to get something, you had to move out of the entire building and then get something from the outlets that were there. But that was not possible, because if you will leave the place, who will inform you about the updates or what's happening there? So just take something for yourself to eat as well. Then I face this problem, and it is a genuine problem. I understand these personal problems also matter a lot, because if you haven't eaten well, your mind will be distracted, right? So just carry something with you. Take all the papers. Usually they require around 2 to 3 copies of the CVs and one undertaking that they give you. You need to fill it. So, and reach on time, reach 10-15 minutes before time, but never be late. This was the first thing that did not go well with me, because I got stuck in bad traffic. After that, I was waiting, everybody was giving their interview, so I'll just share some small things that I noticed and gathered from others' interview. There was this one girl who was very nervous. Her nervousness was visible on her face, and we could see that she was very underconfident, right? Now, always manage your stress, because that will become your weakness and it will legit make the matters worse. Now, what happened with her? She went inside and she fumbled in her introduction itself. Introduction is a basic thing that everybody should prepare. And if you want to know how to structure a proper introduction, I'll make a video on that as well. So just frame a proper introduction, keep it natural, keep it true. Listen guys, those people are taking interviews every single day. Okay, that is not a one-time job for them, so don't try to fool them. Be honest. Even if you're trying to fool them, then get all the facts check, right? All the facts correct, I mean. But don't even try to fool them, because it is very easy to understand. See, right now I am speaking. If even I was reading from anywhere, you could have easily made out. So don't try to fool anybody, right? Just be honest. If you don't know anything, be transparent. Tell them I don't know this. I learn about it. Yeah, just show them that what kind of a person you are. Yeah, so now this girl did not she might have prepared her introduction well, but she did not deliver it properly. She could not articulate it properly. She fumbled in the introduction itself, And then she came out crying and she told us that there were two panelists that were taking her interview, and one of them did not even ask her a single question because she was so disappointed with her hold on English and with the way she messed up her introduction. First impression is your last impression. This is true to some extent. Don't spoil your first impression. Also, your confidence just drops straight. It just drops, and it is very, I guess, difficult to gather it back while that process is going on. So just prepare your introduction well and be like, they are humans. What will happen? You'll be disqualified. That's it. But just, even if you're nervous, everybody's nervous. Okay, I'll not play cool. Everybody's nervous. Please hide it from here. Have a smile. Stay calm. Shut your mouth. Don't speak a lot. Just sit quietly. Observe everybody, and just stay calm. So prepare your introduction. Learning number 2. Prepare your introduction well, and while you're delivering it, you don't have to hurry. Take pauses. Take time. Stress on the things you want to tell them, and then gradually express it, but clearly and confidently. You need to include these two C's while you're delivering it. I guess you need to include these two C's while you're giving your entire interview, right? This was one thing. Second thing, one of the girl came out and told me that they are asking guesstimates. I did not prepare any guesstimate because I thought that will be asked if I'll be interviewing for a consulting profile. Very big mistake. Practice guesstimates. If you want a proper video to understand how guesstimate should be solved and approached, it's only 10% about the answer, but 90% about your approach, right? So you need to practice a number of guesstimate to have a good hold on them. I can make another video explaining how you should approach a guesstimate, what questions to ask, right? So they were asking guesstimates, and that girl messed up her guesstimate only because they asked her the population of Delhi to estimate it, and she estimated it like the number that she gave was even more than India's population. So that was her mistake. I guess she said 3 billion or 4 billion. It happens. Let's not judge anybody, but it happens because everybody was nervous and such mistakes happen. So prepare guesstimates properly. In fact, prepare 2-3 case interviews as well, like how to solve a case problem. You never know, they might ask you, right? This was one thing. Now I'll jump onto my interview. I went inside, I sat, then I gave my introduction. Everything was going quite smoothly. Now understand one thing. No, when I entered, the first thing they asked me, Anshika, it's like yours is the last interview. Tell me what all you have heard from others, and what are we asking. I did try to play it cool a little. I said that, yeah, that you are just asking everything that we are speaking about, you're building upon that, and you're asking from our CVs. I did not tell them that I know that you're asking estimates because I wanted to be like, nahi, mujhe nahi aata. Very big mistake. I shouldn't have done that, right? But I guess it did not even click me at that time that I should tell them that, yeah, somebody told me that you're asking guesstimates. It did not click, man. They asked me twice that that's all, but I could not recall anything. I'll be really honest. Then I began with my introduction. In your introduction, you only have to include those things with which you are confident, and even if they ask you 100 questions on the points that you are mentioning, then you should be able to answer those 100 questions. Your introduction will lay the basis of your entire interview, because they just build upon. For example, I say that yeah, I love traveling, and last month I went to Kashmir. Then they'll just pick that up. I'm giving a very random example. They did not ask me about all these things. A very random example. Then they'll be like, okay, if you love traveling, which all geographies you like, which all countries have you visited, if you went to Kashmir, like how is the culture there, and did you see any problem in Kashmir, what do you think, how you can solve that problem, why you want to solve it in this way. This is how your interview goes. So if you're uttering anything from your mouth, please be confident about it. So in my introduction, I told them that I have been a part of these number of societies, and in one of the society, the leadership was not that good. They all were friends, and like they were not running it properly. But my entire interview started from this particular point. Now they were like that, what problem were you facing in the leadership? So I told them they all were friends. They decided the heads collectively, and they did not include the junior or like the junior most layer in electing their heads. Then she was like, what did you do to correct it? I said I directly confronted the president as well, because it was related to the heads, but that this is unfair. The right person should get the right position, but eventually the president was also their friend, so I could not do anything. But later, when I became the president, I ensured that all these unethical policies were removed from the society and ran it properly, right? Then she was like, but then you just, surrendered to what wrong was happening and you did not correct it. I was like, no, I did try to correct it, but at that time I did not know, like there was, president is the highest authority. We did not have any teacher who was an in charge of our society. So I went to the highest authority. Of that authority is in itself corrupt. What I can do, right? But yeah, that I shouldn't have even talked about it, because after that they were quite like they just grilled me on that you did not do anything, you did not do anything, and my confidence dropped. That, oh shit, I don't have answers for the questions. Then we went ahead. This was a very sad piece for me. After that, we went ahead and we had an argument that offline interviews are better or online interviews are better. So I said, if I had to choose between the two, I'll go ahead with offline interviews, because in that you can see how the person is sitting, how the person is communicating. You can, have a judgment of the entire personality of the person, and the person is coming to the office. You see how punctual the person is, how the person dresses, how groomed the person is, and you get a very good idea of the overall personality. This was one thing that I mentioned. Also, in online interview, chances of using unfair means increases. In offline interviews, such chances are entirely eliminated, and if not entirely, to the maximum extent eliminated. Then they were like, then does that mean that if we are interviewing something online, so that process is unfair and we are being biased with them? I was like, no, it's not like that. At times it, like, subjectivity comes into play. At times the situation and the circumstances are such that you have to take an online interview as well. Then she was like, should I be biased towards the people who are coming for an offline interview and online interview? So I was like, see, if you are giving them an option to interview, like to give the interview on both the platform, then you have to like have the way, like the scoring mechanism in such a way that you give equal weightage to both the interviews, because you have opened both the windows, so you have to be fair to both the means. But you know, it was not a very gentle interview. They weren't like, okay, as you say, as nahi. They were just sitting like this, and they just had these looks. Just don't laugh, because it was like, what, really? Now I'm already under pressure. Then that girl and that man, they're just intimidating me, looking, giving such weird expressions. Even if I was saying something that was factually very correct, even then they made me feel like I was speaking the worst thing in this entire planet. So they intimidate you, but you need to be calm, you need to be composed. They are just pressurizing you, that's it. You might be giving the best of answers, but they'll just express themselves as if they are not at all convinced, right? Now in the end, because they were again and again after my life that no, online, offline, online, offline, and I had given all the facts that I had to justify my statement, tell them that it depends on the circumstances, like that is subjective. But eventually, like, something happened and I was like, I am just giving my point of view, and the lady came like, yes, I just want to know your point of view. So the like, that was an ugly tone to my interview. Then she was like, okay, let's wrap it up, we cannot conclude anything. It was like that, आपने अच्छा कुछ नहीं बताया हमें. फिर उसके बाद we went to the guesstimate section. They asked me in what activity I'm interested in. I said dance. Then, by the way, I have a dance channel as well. Tales 15. TAALTALES 15. Sorry for this promotion, but do check it out. Yeah. So I said dance, and then they were like that. Okay, then estimate how many dance institutes are there in Delhi. Okay. Now I told them this is the first time I'm solving a guesstimate. Matlab, I know what a guesstimate is, what are the approaches, but I haven't solved any properly. So I'll be solving it for the first time, but I'll try my best. So I went with the supply side approach. I estimated that okay, these could be the number of dance institutes. I did not do the sanity check because I wasn't aware how to do it at that time. Then I learned later, and she was not convinced with that sanity check. So you mean that, like, she grilled me on that. She took the paper wherein I had solved everything, but she wasn't convinced with the guesstimate that much, and especially that I gave her a proper number. I said that these many approximately. She wanted a range, or she wanted some sanity check to be done. So I did not do that. So my guesstimate did not go well, and I did not qualify the round. So these are a few things that I learned, that you need to be transparent, you need to be true, you need to be confident, you need to handle the pressure, you need to express everything really nicely, you need to prepare guesstimates, you need to just figure out what this person wants to hear. And if from within you know that what you are speaking is correct, stand by it. Okay, they'll just see that matlab, how quickly you will fluctuate from your decisions or from your POVs, but stand by it. Okay, support it strongly. So these are my few advices. I thought that I'll tell you in that learnings way, so I just continued it till point 2, but then I just went into that story time. Now you can just go through the video. This was my entire experience. One more advice. They even grilled somebody who had written, like, pioneered a project, orchestrated a project in their CV, because ChatGPT gave us these words only. They were like that, why have you used these particular set of words, and do you even know the meaning? If you were just a part of it, how can you say that you pioneered it? Tell me the meaning of these words. If you even have a full stop in your CV, please know its significance, right? And if you don't know its significance, just remove it. That's it. Yeah, so this interview did not go well, but later on there was a consulting profile that was offered in our college, and they also conducted an offline interview. It was entirely different from Disha. How? I might tell you in the next YouTube video if I clear it. And I cleared that particular round, and currently I'm working as a business analyst in that particular company. So if you want to know about anything about college placements or DU placements, or in which company I'm working right now, how is my experience, just drop a comment in my comment section, and I'll be glad to shoot a video. Also, if this entire interview you think I missed something, or if something would have been expressed in a better way, then do let me know. I'll structure it. Thanks.